Hello, guys. You're back with us at the Sunday Club with Daniel, the Mountain Killer, over there. Hey, mate.
I'm good, mate. Are you?
I'm feeling fruity today, even after that poor performance yesterday. How about yourself?
Bit frustrated, but it is what it is, I suppose. We're only halfway through, aren't we?
Yeah. Just don't feel too bad about it. And you're with me, a former WWF wrestler. I have a parrot on my shoulder. I think I'm on a few bouts, but, can't remember. It's me, Coco Beware. And welcome to Not Another Leeds House.
Not another Leeds house.
Yes, and that's the new theme tune, the little ad-lib that Danny likes to throw in. And obviously we're still missing somebody. We do have news of Kev's whereabouts this week. He's just texted me. He's told me that he's currently touring Eastern Europe in a Spandau Ballet tribute band called The Craze Aren't In This One. So he should be home soon, and hopefully anyway, you might pop up somewhere else next week, but
you never know with Kevin.
hurry up.
I was listening to you.
Yeah, he is. He's a man of many things, we'll say. Man of many things. So we'll get on to my hometown team. They come to Welland Road and they took a point. Deservedly, or what do you think?
Flukily. Nah, I think they came to play for a point, if I'm honest. We were obviously better than them. It's just one of those down. It boils down to missed chance, concede. Missed chance. You know what I mean? It's been like that a few times now. But I'm not too disheartened. Disheartened. It's just really frustrating. More points dropped. There's an opportunity there to claw some points back against Ipswich, who we now play next week, which is a massive game, which it shouldn't be, but it is what it is. This is the nature of the beast of the Championship, isn't it?
It is, mate. And we look at it, and it's weird because we're looking at this, and we've got these two teams ahead of us, and they're flying, and these games, it's like, oh yeah, we've lost points on the top two, but this time last season we're still top, even after yesterday's game, and that's the perspective you got to look at. We're doing well.
Yeah.
We've got a team that they're still learning each other. I mean, I know it's halfway through the season, we still got Jed Spence to come get back up to fitness. We've got Nonto to maybe come in and play a bit more games. So there's still a lot to play for. There's still got 70 odd points, and there's 10 points in it. I mean, we were 10 points clear the first season under Bielsa, didn't we? And ended up finishing third. So
we were at top at Christmas, and we didn't go up.
Yeah. So it can happen. There's two of them as well. So even if one of them don't, make it. I mean, if one of them goes up, the other one's still there to be caught. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried, mate, at all. I don't think we're going to finish first off the playoffs. And if we get in the playoffs, I believe we'll go up through the playoffs. So it's just shit that we.
It's really. I just, like I say, it's points dropped, and I think January will be a telling month. We've got Leicester. Quite a few players leaving for the African Cup of Nations. I just think that Ipswich have just. I don't think they've got many injuries. Up there, they've not had many injuries. Quite. I think they're still right. It's very rare that they're riding this momentum of going up through Kieran McKenna. And riding that League One thing. But if they go up this season, fair play, mate.
Yeah, mate.
They've come back to win. I mean, they've lost two, I think, that us and West Brom.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't have lost this midweek at all. Well, we didn't deserve much. We were rubbish. But that goal was just rubbish. Anyway, we're not talking about that game, are we? But I just think that I just thought they played for a point. We didn't. It's just. Should we just get on to some players? Because I'm gonna start taking antidepressants here in a minute.
No, but like you got to understand. You got to put yourself in these. A point for teams is gonna be good to get against us at Ellen Road, and we got to expect that teams are gonna come and after the game getting a point against us, it's gonna be a good result for them. So
Yeah,
we just you're right there.
Sorry, a Coventry fans poison my juice.
You're giving me with that hat on. You're giving me Joey Pesci vibes at Home Alone. Just wanted to point that out.
You here for the holiday? Yeah, that's a terrible accent. Sorry. Yeah. Marv, where are you? Yeah.
It's like fish.
Yeah. Wow. What a hole. What a film that. Yeah. So let's not get distracted. This is
like
not
a toolbox falling down the stairs. Oh, no. Anyway,
wow. Yeah. Yeah. So the
played good points, mate. Teams.
Yeah, we saw it with Sheffield Wednesday. They just put 11 men behind the ball, and we saw it with Sunderland towards the end when they went 1-0 up. They were just happy to watch us pass it around at the back. And that's quite frustrating as a fan. Me personally, there are fans that don't feel like that. But one concern for me, not concern, but more of I wish he would make subs earlier. I just think when you've got Perrault coming off in the 80th minute, when Lonto for the past 2-3 games has been coming on, injecting some vitriol, some pace, some danger. And I think he should be starting the next game. But the question is where? Do you replace him? Do you Somerville in the middle for Perrault and put Nonto on the left? Because what I've seen is Nonto and Somerville link up really well for me.
Yeah.
But
I think you could do that. I think you could put Somerville in there. He's more than good enough to play in the 10 role.
Yeah. I want to see less Bamford as well, because he doesn't make a difference for me. This is a hill that I'm willing to die on. Even though he looks like Slim Shady, it doesn't work. I think Matteo Joseph should be coming on, because every time I've seen him come on, albeit 5-10 minutes altogether, he's shown more willingness. He's got that youth about him, where he's willing eager to impress Farker to get minutes. And having watched him for the past couple of years in the under 21s, under 23s, it'll be under 30s before they call it rather. He's a good finisher. He's a natural number 9 in my opinion. He's Matteo Joseph.
I like him. I like him as well.
Not to go on too much of a tangent, but the substitutions he's probably where. I mean, I've seen some awful takes up past day, 24 hours, or this week even.
Yeah,
but we're third. End of the day, to reiterate your point, we're third in the league. We've got 2 freak teams above us. We're 10 points clear. This time last season, we'd be at the top of the league by 3 points, I think, above Burnley.
Oh, it was 3 points after the Sunderland game. So even if, say, Burnley, the team that we're talking about, even if they'd have won yesterday, we'd have still been a point ahead of them. So, well, 4 points if they lost, or or still 3, whatever. But we'd have still been top. That's the point I'm trying to make. I think people are I think it's because they know that we've got a really good team, and we technically, if we want to be honest, we should be beating pretty much every team that we come up against. But this is professional football, and not any team in any division, unless you're going in stupid leagues, is going to win every single game. It's not going to happen. It just doesn't happen.
Not in the Championship.
No chance. No chance. And we just got to expect that these games will come up. And yes, you can criticise the performance. You can go, oh, this weren't good in that bit and this, and fine. But to start throwing all the shit that's been thrown out on Twitter and stuff, it's a bit premature for me. And I think even like you say, even like the subs situation, you're saying like subs should be made early. And yeah, you can argue that. But for me, it's just a slight change of tactics. It's like, play the way you're still playing. But once you get into that final third, instead of doing them things that you're trying to do with the dribbling into the box and the little 1-2s here and there, start firing the ball into the fucking box. Just early crosses, bang in, straight in, or even taking pop shots from outside the box. If teams
make
kind of
people work.
Yeah, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like just change the way you're doing. So you don't even have to fucking change the team or massively change your tactics into doing that, because the main point of his tactics is building out from the back and keeping possession of the ball. Just because you're getting crossing, yeah, you might lose possession, but you might fucking score as well. If it's not working the way you want to do it, just change it up a little bit. We've got, you know, I'm saying, Root is a big player and he can win fucking headers. Perot is a big player, he can win headers. And as it's been said, Dan James and Somerville can apparently win headers. You know,
yeah,
that's more often not going to happen. But just fucking do it.
Salmon DNA.
Yeah, salmon DNA. You got your grey DNA, and then you got your salmon DNA next to it. It's like you can have a bit of that.
Yeah.
You can have a bit.
Samuel James.
Samuel James.
Or Jan Dames, as we call him on these podcasts.
Yeah, Jan Dames.
I just Jan Dames. Yeah, it's getting. I'm not at all back out at all, nowhere near close to back out. I've seen some. I just don't. People are very reactionary. I'm reactionary, but I don't just put it out there in a public forum, because I know in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes time, and I calm down and I've seen the bigger picture. We're still 20 games left, 20 odd games left.
Oh yeah,
anything could happen in them 20 games. But even if we are in the playoffs, yeah, it's more pressure. But I think we're better in the top. In fact, we lost to Southampton, who's in the top 6 now. We have. We've drawn against Hull. We've lost against Southampton. I can't remember who the top.
Beat Leicester, beat Ipswich. Is it West Brom? Maybe. Might be
against West Brom. Yeah.
Drew against them. We should have battered them as well.
And yeah. So,
but what I look at is go on.
Sorry, we've drawn against Rotherham. We've drawn against Sheffield Wednesday. These teams, they know they're going to get battered by this team in open play. So what they do is, we just can't seem to, like the low block, it just nullifies us. We saw that against Sunderland, Sheffield Wednesday, Rotherham, and at some parts yesterday, it just nullifies us. And that's not a concern, but it needs to change. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you do it when you've got 10 players in 11 players in the box? But you just do, because that's what they do. They're more than happy for us to pass it around the edge of their box, looking at pass when we should be. You don't want to be taking shots from 40 yards out, because they'll just go sky high or nowhere near, and it's easy to keep it. You should be just getting it to the wings and just crossing it in, or even if you just whiz it in from the corners. It's going to take a deflection, could be on ball, could go in the net, fall to our players. That's how I'm by no means am I a tactician at all. That's just what seems good for me. Do you know what I mean?
You break into people's houses at Christmas. That's what you do.
What? Yeah, and I like to touch hot knobs. Door knobs.
The way I look at it is on performance basis. Like the games that we've lost, they've been 1-0, apart from the Southampton game, which was a bit of an anomaly in this season. Yeah, but the other games have been 1-0s, very, very tight games that we could have won them and could have drew them, and the goals have been a penalty. Yeah, it's a penalty. Then you've got the Stoke game, which was a fucking own goal. And then you've got the Sunderland game, which was, we've seen that goal on that
defensive mistake.
Yeah, and it's like you've got to look at it at that point, and then you've got to look at the games in the other games where we drew. Should we have won them? Yeah, we should have. And in them games where you say people part the bus and you get really minimal sort of clear-cut chances, you've just got to be clinical in them moments. You've got to learn how to be clinical, and that's it.
Yeah, we have got to start taking those chances. We should have been I mean, Dan James, right at the death, from the goals he scored this season, he should be burying that. But I think what's happened is the defenders just done enough to put him off, and he sliced it wide, and he's gone to the far corner. But like, I just thought everything that went to the keeper yesterday was straight at him. Like Rutter's two chances, one after the other. His strike was great strike.
Which good bit of skill as well. He had to play better yesterday after the shot.
He played slightly better. He played slightly better. I just think sometimes this is the frustrating thing about him. Sometimes is that he's good, but he's also rubbish. Sometimes in spots,
just rubbish things. Yeah,
you know what I mean. I want to say rubbish, still raw. I think that's more of a fair analogy or whatever term is. I just think that, like, he tries to do too much. Like, he tried to take on off his players. He just ran into play and he got tackled. That's just, you know what I mean? I just think sometimes I think he's a bit too cocky. I think he's had some good games, good skills. Remember a couple of weeks ago when he did the hot dog thing, and then the other time when he did that chip to Perot, I can't remember who against, and he headed it over. Stuff like that. When it comes off, it looks good. We saw against Blackburn when he tried to do a little flick, and he got the rub of the green, and he went on to get an assist. I just think sometimes he's too cocky. But that's just my opinion. Don't get me wrong, he's still a good player. He's a very good player for this level.
For some of it was good as well, wasn't it? It's cool.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that little perfectly weighted pass into Somerville. Great finish again.
Great finish.
Headed his body out and then great finish into the corner of the net. But it's just stuff like that when it comes off is brilliant. You know, it's world beaters, all that kind of stuff. But when it's just like trying to dribble too fast, like sometimes he leaves the ball behind him. But do you know what I mean? I don't want to slack him off or batter him because he's no need to. He's a really good player, if you know what I mean. I'm just saying, just little things like that, just not annoying me, but it's just like, oh, come on, mate. You know, that could have been a through ball or whatever. But that's all I'll say about Rutter. Like the past couple of games, he has dipped in performance for me. But I expect he'll be better in the next few games.
I think the one thing that might hinder us a little bit is the fact that we are very young team, and all our experienced players, you know, Coopers and New Ailing's not really playing much anymore, and they probably won't play a lot this season. Again, because of the quality that's in front of them.
Ailing can't even get in the team.
No.
Oh, sorry, no, on the starting 11.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that you could mind. You know, when things are a bit of a shit game like the Sunderland game, that there's no one there to sort of rally them and be like, come on. But I don't know. I think we're good. I think we're fine. If we go on a bit of a run now where we don't win the next 2 or 3 games, I'll start worrying. I'll start thinking, okay, maybe things aren't working out. I don't know. It's not a case of yeah, I am, mate. I am, but me being confident won't make it happen. I'm just saying that's what I believe. I believe the team that we've got and what I've seen and what I've watched in games, we are capable very much of finishing in that top 2 and catching them. But that's just me. That's just my belief and what. But whether it happens or not is one of them, and I'll just go with whatever happens, and I'll just know that we could have if we don't, basically. But things will
need to learn. I think what we need to learn as a football club, I saw just Joe said this. Our friend over there, Joe Wayman. He came out and said that, you know, as Leeds fans, we do have a bit of a self-entitlement to being a really good team in the Premier League. Let's not forget, we were there for 3 years, and only 3 years, under a rubbish owner, if you will. I could say that in hindsight. We don't want to be brought and stuff, but
just unprepared and just didn't have the tools for the job. I don't really dislike Bazzani. I just feel like he just wasn't. He was a good championship, good championship owner, but he just didn't have the fucking just didn't have the cojones in the Premier League. It's as simple as that. It was too small.
No, he wanted to do it on the cheap. He wanted to do it on the cheap, and Bielsa turned around and said, "I need better players." It's come out with that. He said, "I want better players." But the point I'm trying to make is that Bielsa has set standard so high that even like Parker doing well in his first season is too low for them. Do you know what I mean? Like, these fans,
has that been compared like to Bielsa's first season to our first season? Now, the thing you got to caveat that with is the fact that we are much in a better place in the Championship.
Yeah. No, I 100% I agree.
But I wonder what that difference is. Like what points tally we had under Bielsa's first season. I'd like should probably have checked that out before this, but I haven't. So
yeah, no, but I think what it was just such a culture shock to see Bielsa's first game at Stoke, and what I'm trying to say is that our standards are so high that I've seen people calling for Parker out. I'm like, we're third. Do you know what I mean? It's just these right. Look, the two teams above us in the automatics are just lying. Do you know what I mean? Let's not forget.
Yeah.
No, we need to have a bit of a reality check as Leeds United fans, and we shouldn't get carried away. That we shouldn't have this in self-entitlement that we belong in the Premier League. We should be winning every game. Do you know what I mean?
We should be. We should be winning every game with the team that we've got.
No, but
we won't.
Just because it's Leeds versus Sunderland, it does mean straight away, oh, we should win because that's Sunderland and this is Leeds, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Because some fans online do say that, like, these are nothing, these are nothing, this team. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I agree, mate. I think, see in a bit then, I think that I've been, not disrespectful, but I've just been a bit nonplussed about the teams in this league, and I've not really been checking up on how they've been doing or how they play, and I wouldn't really do that in the Premier League. You just probably know a bit more because it's more out there. But like, I've been surprised by a few teams that we've played against how they've played against us, because some teams you look at and you think we should absolutely wipe the floor with these, easy peasy, and then you play against some teams and they've done their fucking homework and they've known how we play out from the back and they've adapted their team tactics to sort of stifle us and stop us, and it's worked in some games. So then that's just me going, fucking hell, yeah, you have to sort of acknowledge that there are other teams in there with decent managers that are going to do what they can to even stop us playing, not even win the game, but just to stop us playing. Like Sunderland did. The game plan was to stop us doing what we do and then go up and sort of get it to their wings, or Jack Clark preferably, and then sort of maybe nick a goal. And it's exactly what happened. Teams will do that. And sometimes we just won't be able to do anything about it. We have to just watch it unfold and go, oh, that's one of these games. But, you know, there's going to be more games where that don't happen and we win. So,
yeah, sorry I had to disappear there for a second. I thought I saw Kev at the window, so I had to go have a look. Make sure it wasn't in.
Was it true? Dun, dun.
It was, yeah. How does it go again? Gold. Oh, wait, believe me. Yes. Not another Leeds house. Valley is out soon.
Yeah, we've done a few performances, haven't we?
I know, yeah. We need to stop singing on this podcast because Spotify are going to start taking us to court. You know what I mean? And I can't go.
Take us to court. I'm looking for that battle. I want to battle them in court. Imagine we won.
Yeah, mate, I just
won, and the original artist had to stop singing their own songs. Yeah, we don't want them to sing them anymore. We're singing them. Me and Danny are doing it.
Yeah. We get the rights to Spandau Ballet. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. Cheers, Kev, for doing that. But yeah, like you say, like the low block just nullifies us, and we need to find a way around it. But you never know, because I'm hopeful that Parker gets more plays in January, at least 2 or 3. I'd like to see a number 10, like an actual number 10.
Yeah. Maybe Amiri might.
I'd like to see him left and right, but we've got two, aren't we? And I might come back. Yeah, I won't mind one of them. But you know, I mean, speaking about January, do we loan out Cresswell because he's not getting in the team?
I don't think he will. You know,
I mean,
I think it's come out that he don't want to.
What's he doing, mate? What's he doing?
It's just because
it's not really.
I think he's there. I know. I don't think it's rating him. I think he just. You've got this. You put yourself in this position where you've got this centre back who's a really good young centre back, and he leads sort of through and through, and he wants to play for the club. And we were all expecting him to be like one of the players that played. And then he buys Joe Rodon, who's fucking quality. And when he's out the team, you sort of don't want him not to be in the team. So what do you do with Cresswell? It's just a case of going, you've got to just bide your time and wait your turn. And if he gets injured because we've loaned him in, he's gonna need to play. You get your chance to come in. You've got to take it, and it's a shit one, but he doesn't want to get rid of him just in case he gets injured. Because the whole playing Strout there, it just doesn't work for me. Doesn't work for anybody. I don't think. I know there's Ailing as well, but
I know, man. I'm just trying to see if he was. I can't remember if he was in the team sheet or not. No, he wasn't even He wasn't even in on the subs, mate. So, like, if you think about Cresswell, right? He's just signed a brand new 5-year deal.
Yeah,
we're trying to you know, because he's an England under-20s captain, and he's promised for good things in this game. But
yeah,
I just don't know. I see him above Cooper. I generally do. I mean, Cooper's great. There's a reason why he's been selected captain for all these years. He's a good person. I get that, but I don't have the utmost faith in Cooper in that back four. I mean, obviously Rodon. Let's talk about positives, though, right? So I think Strike and Rodon is our best partnership, without a doubt. I think they're both brilliant. Strike's been a bit blasé. Well, I'll say that. I'd say more like unfortunate. You know, the header for the header back for the thingy goal, the own goal against Stoke. Just, you know, little stuff like that. But other than that, I think it's been solid. Joe Rodon, we need to buy him. 100% we need to buy him. Whether it's in January or in the summer. We need to pull Daniel Levy's pants down. But what you said, I thought their defence was solid. Not at all this season when Strike and Rodon are in that back four. I might be worried. Yeah.
I mean, it's no team, maybe Southampton has really put pressure on our goal. Do you know what I mean? I think even in games where we haven't been great, we've restricted teams to very minimal good chances against us. I mean, Sunderland had a couple of good headers, which Meslier saved, but it was like even them good saves that he made with the tips around the post and the bar. There was still a deflection off one of our defenders, so it's sort of like there was still like someone close to him, and they've been solid, mate. And it's like you've got to look at it that way. And teams have been very fortunate to get goals against us this year. Some teams have been very fortunate to get a goal against us.
Yeah. Sorry, it's my vicious attack club kicking off over nothing.
Yeah.
He's a bog-eyed guy, so no, you get it. It looks like Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys. If anyone, well, Pug's a pug. I think Ipswich are very lucky. The Watford, their winning goal against Watford, which is a total joke. Their Watford centre half slips, gives Sam Morsey the ball, and it goes in. There was the own goal a couple of weeks ago. Oh, mate, it just does, man. It's just how everything seems to be going Ipswich's way, but I suppose
I'd advise you to start watching it. Stop watching Ipswich, mate. Even when you know they're
it's just
don't watch the goals, because there's going to be one of them goals when you go, oh, for God's sake, if only. I don't really watch any of the teams. I
don't lose sleep over it. It annoys me, and I have to write it down in my feelings journal.
Yeah,
They've
been great. They've been good. They've been deservedly where they are.
They deserve. Yeah, they
So,
100%. They deserve
catch
to
up.
where they are, and that's the reason why us as Leeds fans need to accept that they're actually a good team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, but
I do
could
think
beat-
they're a good team.
could beat us, could the tractor bomb?
No, but I think we're still the best team in this league. I've seen most of them. I mean, there've been teams that have played well against us. Southampton, obviously, they were better than us on that day, but I still think that we're better than them.
Let's talk about the goal then, mate. Let's talk about their goal between strike and break.
Yeah,
Rose, like, I mean, I just thought that wasn't even a set piece. It just got floated in. This is what we should be doing on the low block. But he's got between two defenders and he's knocked it in. Obviously, there's not. I've seen people blaming Meslier. What's Meslier meant to do there? I mean, he's on his line. He's got to guess where the ball's going, and it's that split-second reaction.
Yeah,
and he's tagged the right way, but he's just bounced over. It's bouncing. Do you know what I mean? You can't save every shot, but
no, it's that psychological thing, ain't it? It's just like because he didn't save that goal, and now we've lost 2 points. It's like it's an automatic reaction to sort of pick on Meslier because of how bad he's been for the past few seasons, but just how much he's fucking been hammered. And then as soon as he lets in a goal, it's like, oh, you should be saving it because, you know, playing in the championship. It's like, fuck off, mate.
Honestly, mate, right? I don't even think he's been that bad this season. He would obviously last season was a bit of an anomaly for Meslier because he was facing like 30 shots a game, something stupid. And of course, he's not going to save every shot. But he can't save every shot either. Like this season, because we've got a good defence, he's out there to save out. You know what I mean? And he has pulled off some great saves. But like the Sunderland goal, you're getting blamed for that. I was getting blamed for that. It's like literally at point blank range. The Coventry goal, the player the centre back shouldn't have been. Is he centre back like Thomas?
Yeah.
He shouldn't be getting there. I mean, the best just to fly the ball. You can't blame Meslier because the header was on. I think it was on the 6-yard box. I mean, it's come off the corner of his head and gone the opposite way. And I think people are way too harsh because when we concede a goal, it's Meslier's fault. It's never because Strike's. It's that halo effect where because Strike's been playing really well. And I would just sing these praises not long ago.
Yeah.
Thomas has got in between Archie Gray. Archie Gray should be calling the strike and saying, "There's a man coming, man on, drop deep, whatever they say, get back in deep." You know what I mean? And
That's 17-year-old for you, that.
Yeah, strike. He's ball watching. You don't think anyone's behind him, in my opinion. People watching this calling me an idiot, but you're probably right. But my point is that it's just soft goal. Unchallenged, and it's got in.
Yeah,
and it's not avoidable. It's not Meslier's fault, in my opinion. There's been some absolute awful takes, but what can you do with Twitter, mate? It's just toxic.
And generally, we've been pretty decent with balls into the box. So they've been getting to headers and stuff. And this is my point about us getting crosses in. Coventry have just threw a cross into the box, and it's ended up into the back of the net. And it's like, take some fucking notes down. So when we're playing against teams that aren't coming out of their box, they're sitting in there waiting for you to try and go through them. Just start throwing the ball in the box. Just start doing it. You know, it's just a shit goal to concede, but we've conceded them all season, shit goals. But that's not the issue. The issue is taking our chances when we get them.
Yeah. Why is no one? You can call out Meslier and certain players, but why is no one having a go at Rutter? Why is no one having a go at Somerville? Because they're all playing really well, but it's all right for them. They're not said it. Yeah, and they're not. It's because again the halo effect, mate. Is like the other week, Somerville weren't tracking back. It was. You know what I mean? He would too busy up top. Not a lot of people see this, and it's because they just choose to ignore it. But you can have a go at Meslier all you want. You can have a go at Strike once or twice. Archie Gray's are untouchable at the minute, but I agree with people like certain people were saying you're allowed to criticise players, and you are. Everyone's got an opinion.
You are.
And everyone's entitled, but even good players are actually great against Sunderland.
Oh, yeah.
Well worth the criticism. He should have known to step. He played Joe Bellingham. He's a very average player in my opinion. Nothing like his brother.
No.
But I don't want to get on it too much of a tangent, mate, because I'll end up.
But you're right. You're allowed to sort of. You can say that one of your players haven't played very well. It's not. You're not murdering him. You're just saying you've had a shit game there, mate, and that's it. Rutter, I think Rutter's an amazing player. I think he could be incredible. But on Tuesday, he was the shyest player on the pitch by a mile.
He was.
And that's not. You're allowed to say that. You're allowed to say that, and not. The thing is with Rutter, he's then assisted yesterday. He's got another assist. Someone will score another goal. Dan James probably next week will score a goal. Haro might bag a couple. They'll all contribute, and that's why people will always just look to okay, Meslier, you've let in that goal. You've cost us 2 points there. But just take on the chin. Yeah. One game.
I don't think Meslier was at fault for that goal at all. I know what you're saying.
No.
Yeah.
Couldn't have saved it. He could have, but he didn't. So just whatever.
That's the thing, isn't it? It is. Yeah. Me personally, I've always said that the goalkeeper's the hardest position to play because you've only got a split second to move your arms or legs in a specific position. It's luck of the draw. You don't know if they're going to chip you, smash it against you. You know what I mean? You've got to be.
You can't make mistakes. You can't make mistakes. Your mistakes.
That's how I always. I've played in that a few times, and it's quite scary charging towards a striker. And you don't know what you're going to do. You keep smashing you or whatever. But that's just my personal opinion. Let us know in the comments what you think.
Yeah, comment on if you like being smashed in the face by a forward or not, please.
Yeah,
or you keep us out there.
So I think that's pretty much on to Ipswich next week.
I wanted to because unfortunately for me, I was in London yesterday, my daughter's birthday, watching the fucking Frozen at West End, which was actually quite good to be fair. But so I haven't watched the game, and because we drew, I'm like more reluctant to watch it because I'm like,
yeah,
I will though, because I will want to know how we played. So I'll watch it. I'll probably watch it at some point. But I want to ask you because I've seen that Nonto played well again, or I don't know, but how was he?
Again, he had the energy. He wanted to find a winner. He wanted to make something happen. Just his body language alone was enough for me. But he didn't come on till late, and it's like, why?
Yeah,
came on with Bamford. Bamford were getting thrown about by their centre back.
Why?
I mean,
what about?
I want to see Mateo Joseph.
I said this at the start of the season. When we get to the point in games where we're thrown on Bamford to get us a goal, I'll give up on that. I'll give up. Might as well give up on that game.
That's the only thing I've got against Farken. I'd like him to inject some more pace and energy around the 60th, 65th minute. That's where if the two sides have settled down a little bit, and then you change because in the 85th minute, that we saw against Sunderland, 80th minute, wherever it was, he put about 6 forwards on. You know what I mean? And it was too late for me with that. It was too late. That's the only thing I've got. I like Farker. Even if we don't go up, I want him to stay next season. Obviously, parameters change. Teams go up, teams go down. There's still a chance that we go up through the playoffs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Nothing's written yet. Nothing's written. We could do a Sheffield United and just got this massive run and just snip second place
or top.
And anything, on top of it. Anything can happen. Don't forget, we've got to play Ipswich. Ipswich have got to play Leicester the week after.
Next 2 weeks should be very interesting.
If we don't win in the next 2 weeks, mate, I'm preparing for playoffs. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
August fuck us over. Yeah. Personally,
I don't know. You say about like even if we don't go up, you still want him to stay. That will depend on what happens, because if he goes on a run where he doesn't win, I don't know, in 8 games or something stupid and is losing every single one, I'll probably want to change it.
They'll keep it, man. They'll keep it.
You're a thing.
Yeah, and they'll back him again. Obviously, you like some Rutter Somervilles, they'll probably move on, but we'll recoup. We'll get players that want to play. No, not that they don't want to play, but we'll get players that want to prove themselves in the Championship under this, and we've still got parachute payments. Do you know what I mean? So, but they've given him a 5-year contract, mate. There's no way they're going to get rid of him.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. I don't know.
And let's not forget, there's only one more person who's won the Championship more than Daniel Farke, and that's what's his name? My brain is terrible today. People, Mick McCarthy. I mean, if anyone you think would go off with Leeds United, it's Daniel Farke. And let's not forget, when he took over at Norwich, he didn't go up the first season, but he went up the second season as champions. Now there's a darker part of my brain where I'm thinking, okay, we won't go up this season, but we'll go up as champions next season. Would you take that? Say if we lose in the playoffs. Say if we play.
What's the alternative? What's the alternative?
Going up in the playoffs or in the.
Yes, I would want to go up in the playoffs, Daniel.
I don't know, mate. I just would. But if you knew the future and it was, right, you're going to go out in the playoffs again, but you're going to go up as champions next season.
Yeah.
Could you live with that?
I could live. Of course, I could live with it. But I'm saying, like, if it's an alternative to what am I choosing here?
Yeah, anyone, because that's what happened last time.
Yeah,
I do.
say yes.
Obviously. Well, yeah. But some people say, right, no, he's not getting us up this season. Get rid of him. But
get what you mean, though. So basically, saying if someone said to them, Daniel Farke's in charge, if we won't go up this season, we'll go in the playoffs, but we will definitely go up as champions next season. And then they turn around and said, no, because he's not getting us up this season. I'd be like, you're an idiot, and I shouldn't ask you questions anymore.
Get out my house.
Get out my window. Look, he should win most of these games, but he won't, and we know that. And logical fans will look at it and go, we're not going to win every game. There's games that we've drew we deserve to win. There's games that we've lost and we probably deserve to draw. Look at it that way, instead of just taking that result and going, it's the end of the season and let's kick Daniel Farke out. Let's get rid of all the team because none of them are good enough. And yeah, it's funny, and it's happened again. It's happened again. For 7 games when we were on this run, no one really mentioned the whole Rutter at 9, Perot at 10. We've lost a game and drew one, and it's all been brought up again. Why don't he play it? It's clearly wrong. I'm like,
this is what I mean, mate. People are very reactive and passion merchants. That's what we are. We all are, in a sense. But you got to think of we're generally halfway through the season, and we're third, right? The top 2 teams have broken records. You know what I mean? It's what more can you say? I just don't understand. Like, I know people want it now. This is the most modern Leeds fans now. They grew up
footballers.
Yeah. It's like we've been through like League One and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeovil away and stuff.
Do you know what's really funny?
Losing to Histon.
These, because obviously we went down to League One. I've always been an avid Leeds fan. I would watch every single game. I would listen to, like, if I couldn't watch it, I'd listen to it, or most of them anyway. Mm-hmm. All through the history. But for some reason, me trying to think back about games in League One is like, apart from the big ones, you know, like the Carlisles and the fucking like the Millwall.
Yeah.
Like apart from sort of big games, I couldn't fucking tell you what happened in half the season. Like you could pick up a game and go, remember when we win this game? I'll be like, I don't remember it, but I know I did. I know at the time I was well in there. It's weird, but I can remember like Premiership games from when we were in the Premier League before. I can remember more about that. But it's not because I was more interested in it. That's not the case at all. Because I've been massively interested. I think my mind itself has gone, just get rid of that shit, and it's just pushed it out of my brain.
Yeah, just blocked it out.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember when one of our earlier episodes of Sunday Club, where Kev asked me, "What's your worst memory as Leeds fan?" or something along them lines, and I said the semi-final derby defeat. And it still is there because I was really good. I was wounded. Obviously, being relegated is up there, but a bit of recency biases. That's it. Anyway, yeah, we're onto it.
Mine was definitely the first relegation. That first relegation at Bolton. That was a killer for me. Real bad killer. I think that actually traumatized me. I think that period of my life I was in a bit of a mess as well. Great, yeah. And then that happened as well. It was like, oh, everything's just going wrong. Oh. Yeah.
And then you saw the big fish tank getting put into Ellen Rose.
Things are looking up.
Turning up in the gold rings, the salt rings and that, and the grills on the teeth and that. But so
that's where he kept Seth Johnson, wasn't it, in that fish tank?
And signing Seth Johnson. I had a story once. I'll share it with you. A bit of inside slide on it. It's probably public noise now, but basically, I know a guy who knew Johnson. I think it was Seth Johnson was aging, and he said, "Oh, they've offered X amount, right?" But he turned to Seth and went, and Seth was like, "Oh yeah, great, yeah." We'll say Seth Johnson.
The most money he'd ever earned. I've heard this is well documented, ain't it? And he said, "Oh, I think he just said, I'll think about it." He went back to Ken Bates, and went, "Oh, we'll think about it." And Ken Bates took that as thinking, not Ken Bates, Risdale. Sorry, he took that as if to say, "Oh, it's not good enough." But they were really happy with that. But they just wanted to be like, "We'll just make out, you know, we're all cool, and like, we'll think about it." And then he come back and like doubled it or something. I'm like, what the fuck?
You can say, yeah,
that's how he did his business.
Oh, this just for argument's sake, they'll give me 20 grand a week. I went, wow, nice one. And he goes, I think we can get more.
I don't even think they thought that. I don't think I think we'll get more.
Like, this is how much we just piss money down the drain, you know. Anyway, that's all this straight. Let's not open old wounds there.
What do you still want to talk about now? Because we're in a better place. We're in a better place now, so we can talk about it without it reminding us of where we are in terms of like the crazy owners that we've been ended up with. But I can't believe he went on to fucking own other clubs after that. You know, the owners of fitness. It's like if you're part of a club that was a part of the massive spending that sent them into administration, no other club shouldn't be able to get another job in another club at that position.
And let's not forget, we went down with no parachute payments as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Imagine how much that could have helped us and got promoted.
We nearly did.
We've potentially missed out on billions of revenue. Look at the likes of Everton.
Pardon me.
You know what I mean? They've been up since whenever. They've never been relegated at all. And then what, this season, because three shitter teams in them. But yeah, anyway, I think that's about it, isn't it?
Not Bournemouth, they're not going to fucking, they're doing well now, aren't they? Oh, did you see yesterday, the fucking game got abandoned?
Oh, because of, Tom Loughlin.
Attack, didn't he?
But he's all right. I think he's all right. He's responsive.
Yeah, I think he's responsive, yeah.
So, well, we should do him. Hope he gets
definitely, right.
I hope it's not like a Dean Ashton sort of thing where he's forced to retire. You know what I mean? I know Dean Ashton was a great player, but he was forced to retire because of his knee. I thought he was really good, Dean.
And we hope it doesn't. It's not a fucking
career in this
Ericsson problem either. You know, like where he come back and then
yeah.
It's a shame. That.
Yeah, no one should go through that.
No one deserves that.
Well, they only employ
Frozen
beaters still there.
Yeah.
So next Friday, mate. Next Friday.
Yeah. Next Friday.
Not Another Leeds podcast. We have 2 guests.
2 guests. Just before Christmas as well. You gonna have any specials for Christmas, mate?
Oh, there might be a certain story, you know. There might be a certain fat red guy who's and not Sam Allardyce. I'm not talking about him.
Carries his set
Alex Ferguson's whiskey nose. No, we've got two guests on Friday. One's they're both really good guys. I've spoke to them, and they're coming on. So I can't say much because they'll give it away. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
just tune in. Make sure you tune in next Friday.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be there, me and Danny. Kev is still on hiatus. As is the Leeds house. That show has been put on the back burner for a bit. Hopefully we'll bring it back one day, but at the moment it's just us. And
Kev might be catching his a cruise to the moon, like the Fifth Element. Anyway, yeah. So sorry,
that's all right, mate. Yeah. So thanks for joining. If I want to say, guys, if you've got any sort of questions for us, knock them down, and we'll answer them next week for you. We'll have a little look and see what we can do. But
any opinions or like that you want us to talk about? Any specific things that you want us to talk about? We'll talk about it, take the piss out of it. Or if it's a really rubbish one, we'll ignore it.
Any serious questions? We'll murder it. We'll give you some right answers back.
Yeah. Thanks for joining, everyone.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Take care.
Bye.